Okay, so here's game 2 of the Walking Weird Boyz tournament, and I am facing again Space Wolves, but this time it's a bit more of a shooty army with some Space Marine allies, and they have Centurions in there. They're gonna use the drop pod from the Space Wolf list, and there's still some Thunderwolf Cav. The interesting bit is there's a couple of Forge World units, 2 secret battle tanks, fully loaded with Ponson and heavy bolters, as well as a Damocles Command Rhino, which has the benefit of allowing you to do an orbital bombardment. So I'm looking forward to this. However, we're playing now on table 2, and yeah, as you can see, table 2 there's not much cover. And I think I got a little bit too cocky from winning the first game the way I did by getting all the facility and everything. So I'm looking, my opponent Sohail, or Sam as his friends call him, was very, very friendly, so we exchanged lists and we kind of seized one another. After the match, he said like he was kind of worried because my list wasn't strong, but he thought I looked strong. Well, I'm sorry to have disappointed him, really, as you will see. But the fact of the matter is that there is no terrain. And yeah, as I said, I felt maybe a little bit cocky, and I thought, okay, I'm going to keep a lot of stuff in reserve, otherwise it's going to shoot me down very quickly, and I'm going to create some line of sight blocking with my tanks. I'm going to use my autark to dodge a lot of shots and be a fire bayonet, survive the first round, and then turn to bring my stuff with the autark feature and ability. In hindsight, probably not the best way, I guess. You will see why. So here's how it goes. My Farseer gets Guide, Prescience, and Psychic Trick. I apologize, I do not have my opponent's spells, however, you will see it's not gonna matter. So Sam gets to win the deployment and chooses to deploy, or cleverly takes the side of the table, which has a little bit of cover, which is that ruin there. So he places most of his army over there with the Damocles tank on the back, and his Grey Hunter are in reserve with the drop pod containing the Centurion, and I believe the Rune Priest or the Librarian coming down turn 1. And I apologize, straight on turn 1, yeah, you can see the drop pod, which successfully hits the mark, gets the Centurions out with the Librarian, just next to my autark, who was trying to hide behind that area terrain. He got a little bit of cover there, and then on the bottom of the screen here you get my secret battle tank. Behind hiding is the Master of the Forge, and behind that is my 2 Doomweaver artillery units. I was hoping to hide line of sight from that, but of course, you know, the Centurions will have to choose what to shoot. You know, 10 shots on one side, 5 shots somewhere else. There's 4 units on the table. I could get lucky. But once again, my mistake in deployment. I should have put more units on the table, probably hide stuff behind the Wave Serpent, saturate his target opportunities, and maybe find another way through his army with the Hornets, with my psychic powers, etc., etc. So, unfortunately, the Damocles Command Rhino shoots at my secret battle tank, direct hits, strength 10, AP 1, kills the Master of the Forge, gets rid of one of the support platform battery Doomweavers, and penetrates the Rhino. Incidentally, as well, you can see at the top of the screen there, most of his army moves forward over the ruin to get closer for a potential charge on turn 2, 3. Then, yeah, his first secret battle tank opens fire on my secret battle tank and finishes the remaining hull points that the orbital bombardment from the Damocles Command Rhino started. And in this picture, I started to see the impending doom, and I'm thinking, oh, you stupid bastard, why did you deploy so few units? Anyway, I mean, you did see, I deploy in a corner. You never know, the orbital bombardment could scatter a little bit. If the center hole is off the table or touching the edge, it's not hitting the table. But no, direct hit. Hey, shit happens. And here's the picture of my Otar clenching his butt cheeks on his jet bike, thinking, oh crap. Oh crap. So the second secret battle tank opens fire with everything on my Otark, gets a wound through, and thinking, oh dear. Oh dear. And then the Centurion, the two normal Centurions shoot at my platform unit, completely destroying it, and then the sergeant turns around, shoots at the Otark, and gets I think something like 8 wounds through with the Hurricane bolters. And now I remember that yes, his librarian did roll for precognition, which makes his unit to ignore cover. He rolled that, he cast it in this first turn, and so the Centurion shots ignore cover, so my mental laughing god is nothing, and the Otar goes straight to a 3-4 save. That's the end of the game. That's 5 minutes in the game. Kudos to my opponent. He had a very hard list, and it's very bad for me to have deployed the way I did. Table didn't help. It would be nice to have some line of sight blocking, but hey, this is I should have paid a bit more attention. I should have been a bit more aware and give my opponent a bit of a challenge. Now we did spend the rest of the match taking some pictures and going around and preparing for the last game of the tournament, and that game will be following shortly.